Wait, dude, pause it. Hello? Guys, we gotta go now. Guys, the first bombs were used during the 11th century by the Jin dynasty army against the Song dynasty. These bombs during that time period were composed of bamboo, an iron cast, and lots of gunpowder. A bomb is an explosive weapon that undergoes an exothermic reaction with some type of an explosive material which releases a sudden and violent burst of energy. Some types of bombs include a compressed gas bomb, a low explosive bomb, and a high explosive bomb.
What's wrong?
Uh-oh, guys. I think I stepped on a landmine. We'll come back for you. The Haber process combines nitrogen from the air and methane gas to make ammonia. Only about 15% of the time does the process convert all of the gas. So any gas that is not used gets recycled and then goes back through the process. The final yield result is 98%, and the pressure of the reaction is around 200 atmospheres, and the temperature is 400 to 450 degrees Celsius. Some equilibrium considerations for this are temperature. As stated by Le Chatelier's principle, when the temperature of the overall reaction is lowered, the product side is favored. That is due to it being an exothermic reaction. So the production of ammonia is increased as it starts to favor the products. So to maximize the quantity, you lower the temperature, which means you got to bring it up, and then you shift to the right.
Equilibrium considerations for pressure. As stated by Le Chatelier's principle, when the pressure of the overall reaction is increased, the product side in the Haber process is favored, which is the side with more moles. To maximize ammonia, the overall reaction needs to be shifted to the right. High pressure is needed to increase the production of products. Equilibrium considerations for catalysts. As stated by Le Chatelier's principle, when the temperature of the overall reaction is lowered, the product side is favored. Catalysts have no effect on the equilibrium of a reaction, only the rate at which the reaction occurs.
I don't think I'll make it. Don't worry, we'll be going out together. Yo, do you have any fertilizer I can borrow? Right here, man. Thanks, I'll take that and be on my way.
Fertilizer is a substance that is added to soil to improve the growth yield of plants. Fertilizers are important as they replace the chemical components that were lost in the soil, so the plants have a fluid source of nutrients. The most predominant elements in fertilizers are nitrogen, phosphorus or P2O5, and potassium or K2O. Fertilizer bags utilize a 3-number code, NPK, which signify the amount of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium it contains. The first number is designated for the amount of nitrogen, the second number is for the amount of phosphorus, and the third number is for the amount of potassium. Fertilizers don't go by NPK by itself, although nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are the most needed elements in soil. Fertilizers also contain smaller amounts of micronutrients like calcium, magnesium, sulfur, and iron. For example, a 50-pound bag of fertilizer labeled 1648 contains 16% or approximately 8 pounds of nitrogen, 4% or approximately 2 pounds of phosphorus, and 8% or approximately 4 pounds of potassium. Ammonia used in fertilizer is created through the Haber-Bosch process. Natural gas and steam are pumped into a chamber along with air. The natural gas and steam are then burned to remove the oxygen within the chamber, leaving nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. Next, the CO2 is removed, leaving only nitrogen and hydrogen. These elements are then sent through a chamber that contains a catalyst for speed and efficiency, a pressure of 200 atmospheres, and a temperature between 400 and 450 degrees Celsius, producing ammonia. Any excess hydrogen and nitrogen gas are recycled back through to the catalyst chamber to be reacted. That produced ammonia is then stored in a refrigerated unit, turning it into liquid ammonia to be used later on.